Welcome to our video on the top 10 environmental sins of US citizens. As we navigate through the pressing issues facing our planet today, we'll uncover the key behaviors contributing to environmental degradation in the United States. From excessive energy consumption and high carbon footprints to alarming levels of food waste and plastic overuse, these actions have dire consequences for our environment. Join us as we explore these critical topics and examine the impact they have on our planet's health and future. Let's dive in. 1. Excessive energy consumption. The United States is one of the largest consumers of energy per capita globally. With a lifestyle heavily reliant on electricity and fossil fuels, the average American household uses significantly more energy than most other countries. This reliance is not just for heating and cooling homes but extends to the myriad of electronic devices that are part of daily life. Recent studies show that residential energy consumption accounts for about 20% of the nation's total energy use. The environmental impact of this is substantial, contributing to high carbon emissions. Simple measures like better insulation and energy-efficient appliances can reduce this consumption, but widespread change is necessary to make a meaningful impact. 2. High carbon footprint from transportation. In the US, the love affair with cars is well known. The transportation sector accounts for nearly 29% of the country's greenhouse gas emissions. With a preference for larger vehicles such as SUVs and trucks, which are less fuel efficient, the carbon footprint per capita is among the highest in the world. Public transportation options are often limited, pushing citizens to rely on personal vehicles. Encouraging the use of electric vehicles and improving public transit infrastructure are seen as vital steps toward reducing these emissions. However, the cultural shift required to move away from car dependency remains a significant hurdle. 3. Excessive water usage. Water scarcity might seem like a distant concern for many Americans, yet the country is among the highest consumers of water per capita. Daily, the average American uses about 100 gallons of water, a significant portion of which is wasted through leaks and inefficient practices. From long showers to manicured lawns requiring extensive irrigation, water use is often not sustainable. Recent droughts have highlighted the need for more efficient water use practices. Implementing water-saving technologies and changing daily habits can greatly reduce this environmental burden. 4. Food waste. Food waste is a major issue in the United States, with approximately 30–40% of the food supply going to waste. This not only represents a waste of resources but also contributes to methane emissions from landfills. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, notes that food is the single largest category of material placed in municipal landfills. Efforts to reduce food waste include better food management practices both in households and industries. Education on portion sizes and food preservation can help mitigate this environmental sin, but a larger systemic change is necessary to tackle the issue comprehensively. 5. Overconsumption of plastic. Plastic pollution is a global crisis, and the US is a major contributor. The convenience of single-use plastics has resulted in significant environmental damage, with millions of tons ending up in oceans and landfills each year. Despite recycling efforts, only a small fraction of plastic waste is effectively recycled. Recent bans on plastic bags and straws in some states are steps in the right direction, but more comprehensive policies and consumer behavior changes are needed. Alternatives like reusable bags and containers can reduce dependency on plastics, but widespread adaptation remains slow. 6. Deforestation and land use. Deforestation for agriculture, urban development, and industry is another significant environmental issue in the US. The loss of forests contributes to biodiversity loss and increased carbon emissions. The demand for paper products and timber, along with urban sprawl, exacerbates this problem. Conservation efforts and sustainable land management practices are crucial in mitigating these effects. Promoting reforestation and protecting existing forested areas can help reverse some of the damage. However, balancing economic interests with environmental needs continues to be a challenging task. 7. Over-reliance on non-renewable energy. Despite advances in renewable energy, the U.S. still heavily relies on non-renewable sources like coal, oil, and natural gas. These energy sources are major contributors to pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. While there has been a shift towards cleaner energy, progress is slow and uneven across states. Incentives for renewable energy adoption and infrastructure investments are necessary to accelerate this transition. The challenge lies in overcoming political and economic barriers that hinder the growth of renewable energy sectors. 8. Air pollution. Air pollution remains a persistent problem in many parts of the U.S., affecting both the environment and public health. Industrial activities, vehicle emissions, and energy production are major contributors to poor air quality. The American Lung Association reports that over 40% of Americans live in areas with unhealthy levels of air pollution. Efforts to improve air quality include stricter emission standards and promoting cleaner technologies. Public awareness campaigns can also play a role in reducing individual contributions to air pollution. 9. Neglecting ecosystem preservation. The U.S. is home to diverse ecosystems, each playing a crucial role in maintaining environmental balance. However, many of these ecosystems are under threat from human activities such as pollution, land development, and climate change. Protecting these natural habitats is essential for the survival of countless species and the health of the planet. Initiatives to preserve national parks and wildlife reserves are steps in the right direction, but more comprehensive strategies are needed. Encouraging community involvement and education about the importance of ecosystems can foster a greater sense of stewardship. 10. Inadequate waste management. Waste management is a critical issue that many communities in the U.S. struggle with. Despite efforts to promote recycling and composting, a significant amount of waste still ends up in landfills. This not only leads to soil and water contamination but also contributes to greenhouse gas emissions. Improving waste management practices involves better infrastructure, public education, and stricter regulations. Encouraging responsible consumer behavior and supporting sustainable products can also mitigate waste production. While progress is being made, there is still a long way to go in achieving effective waste management nationwide.